Hello, we are Group 1 from GFT0006 OCC3. My name is Lokman. So here are my group mates, Anet, me, Faikah, Arifah, Asrul Fahan, and Najiha. Right? Please enjoy our presentation for today's assignment. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anet Balamun, and my student number is 23003-892. I have used Duolingo to learn Chinese Mandarin, and my learning target was to complete 6 sessions within the span of 2 weeks. So each session here was very short. It was about 5 minutes, which made it easy to stay consistent. During the lessons, I practiced translating simple sentences and learned new vocabulary using audio pronunciation, which helped me understand how words are spoken. I have also practiced tracing the Chinese characters or Hanzi, and the lessons were very short and repetitive, which helped reinforces my learning. Moving on to the affordances of Duolingo. Firstly, it's accessibility, as it can be used anytime and anywhere. Each session is also very short and interactive, using visual, audio, and interactive features, and it also includes videos for practices. Duolingo also provides immediate feedback, which allows me to identify mistakes and correct them instantly. The repetitive practice helps to reinforce Chinese vocabulary and also improves long-term retention. In addition, the character tracing feature supports correct writing, and they also progress tracking, which motivates me to stay consistent and engaged. I also recommend Duolingo because it is beginner-friendly and follows a step-by-step learning process. Practicing daily helps build consistency, maintain streak progress, and also makes our learning manageable through short sessions. Besides that, Duolingo also works best when combined with other resources such as watching Chinese videos, listening to Chinese songs, and also practicing speaking with others. Overall, Duolingo is an effective and user-friendly tool with an attractive and engaging interface that supports language learning. What I have gained throughout the 6 sessions is that I am now able to say simple sentences that is related to food, such as 自食米饭和水, which means this is rice and water. That is all from me. Now I will be passing the presentation to my next member.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Luman Hakim bin Shabana, student number 220015119/2. So there are 3 points I'm going to present for today. So the first one being how you use the technology to learn the foreign language, right? So my group uses Duolingo to learn Mandarin, right? So the topic in Duolingo, if you take Mandarin, the first topic would be food, objectively. So we're learning food vocabulary. The process, first of all, we learn about the words, right? Simple words like mi, fan, cha, cafe, and then it transitions it into sentences via spaced repetition, right? It takes 5 minutes per day over the course of 2 weeks, right? The sentences are really simple. For example, like mi, fan, he, cha, which translates to rice and tea. The scale progression, however, is from reading, listening, and speaking, transition into writing the Chinese characters, Hanji, right? Moving on. So the second point, the affordances of the technology in achieving your language learning goals, right? First, being adaptive learning. Custom pathways target individual needs, right? If you're a slow learner, it can compensate for your speed. If you're a fast learner, it can also compensate for your speed, right? Real-time feedback, AI corrects grammar and pronunciation instantly, meaning that, for example, the Hanji practices, right? If you can't figure out where the lines go, the AI will give you a hint and correct your lines so that it can make the proper Chinese characters. Motivating design, right? The game elements, the points, the streaks encourage consistency. This is gamification and full flexibility, right? Just as above, you can learn on your own pace, right? So the third point being recommendation on using the technology for language learning for anyone who may be interested in using Duolingo, right? The rating, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 as a starter tool. It's best for building more of a habit than a traditional lesson, and especially can learn about the Hanji vocabulary, right? And core Hanji vocabulary. A tip here, if you actually buy the premium, it removes the ads for serious learners, right? So key advice, supplement with speaking or grammar practices for real communication. It will take about a month of learning Duolingo's Mandarin classes before you can properly interact with Chinese people from mainland China, right? I hope this helps. Thank you for watching. Take care.
Hello, my name is Faika Nazra. Now I will share how I used Duolingo to learn Mandarin in just 2 weeks. My main goal was simple. I wanted to pick up basic Mandarin for communication and be able to recognize some common words in Mandarin script. So in those 2 weeks, I spent at least 5 minutes a day focusing on listening, pronunciation, and basic syntax. I also tried the video call option to practice speaking, and I challenged myself with Legendary Challenge, which is an extra exercises to earn points. So in those 2 weeks, I completed Unit 1 on food and drinks and started Unit 2 on nationalities. I learned basic vocabulary, how to say I am, and how to use a conjunction like and also even practice stressing Hanzi characters. Audiences of Duolingo, I think what helped me most is the gamified linear learning structure of Duolingo, where the lessons are structured into a clear path by segmenting the topics by units and linear level. And they also have game features like XP points, league, badges, energy, diamonds, and also streak that is accompanied with daily notification as a reminder. And these gamified features help me to stay motivated. Next one is how each lesson is quick, adaptive, and repetitive, where a level is divided into small quarters for each circle, and each quarter have like 15 to 17 questions where you can just finish it within 2 minutes if you're fast enough. And this app also uses repetition and adapts to my performance, which kept me motivated most of the time, and also allow me to temporarily enable speaking and listening lesson if I'm commuting or in a place that is crowded and I cannot listen to it. From this experience, I recommend using Duolingo as a supplementary tool. It helps build consistency, strengthens passive skills, and tracks progress. And I also recommend you guys to fully utilize the listening and speaking mode to strengthen auditory comprehension and enjoy active skills. And if possible, try the Super Ramex plan to make your learning experience even better with more features and options, and also without ads that cut off the disruptions. And that's all from me. Thank you. From this experience, I recommend using Duolingo as a supplementary tool. It helps build consistency, strengthens passive skills, and tracks progress. And I also recommend you guys to fully utilize the listening and speaking mode to strengthen auditory comprehension and enjoy active skills. And if possible, try the Super Ramex plan to make your learning experience even better with more features and options, and also without ads that cut off the disruptions. And that's all from me.
Hello, my name is Arifah Husnabiti Arifin, matrix number 230038812. Here's how I use Duolingo to start learning Mandarin. So my learning journey began with practical vocabulary, learning essential words like mi fan, tang, shui, and cha. The app then introduced me to Hanzi characters, showing me the correct stroke order for writing. I advanced to pronunciation drills using the voice recording tools to practice my tones. And to stay consistent, I completed short daily sessions of just around 5 to 10 minutes to keep my streak, and I relied on the app's built-in spaced repetition system to help the vocabulary stick, and I regularly use the practice feature to target and review my mistakes. So this structured daily approach made learning Mandarin both efficient and manageable. Next, for the affordances of Duolingo to learn Mandarin. So Duolingo's design offers several key advantages. First, the zero-cost accessibility that makes our journey easier. Secondly, is powerful gamification. So through streaks, points, and levels, that helps to motivate me to practice daily. And thirdly, I receive immediate feedback and allows me to correct my pronunciation and character recognition instantly. And lastly, gentle notifications that provide passive reinforcement, keeping learning Mandarin a regular part of my day. From my experience, here are my recommendations. First, use Duolingo as your daily drill and habit builder, not your only resource. It's an excellent app to learn, but should be paired with immersive alternatives like C-dramas or music, and ideally a conversation partner to speak in Mandarin with. Secondly, focus on learning, not just the points. Use the practice button seriously to target weak areas, especially since Duolingo offered 4 learning styles: the visual, writing, auditory, and kinesthetic. You can choose any of the sections to practice. And finally, take notes outside the app, especially on character patterns and writing skills, because Hanzi and Chinese characters is very difficult. It is done to deepen your understanding and broaden your knowledge. So Duolingo provided a structured, engaging, and effective Mandarin lesson. By using it strategically, it is a part of your learning toolkit where you can build a strong and consistent foundation of Mandarin. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Asrul Farhan bin Asran, matrix number 2300392. So I use Duolingo to learn Mandarin for 15 minutes every day. I started with basics like food, professions, and nationalities. First, I matched the Hanzi characters to Japanese sounds and English meanings. Then I moved from translating single words to building full sentences. The app lets me practice all 4 skills. I read the characters, write them out by hand as I learn, listen to correct pronunciation, and repeat the words aloud myself. After 2 weeks, I've built a daily habit and can recognize, say, and write simple Mandarin vocabulary in context. Duolingo is useful for learning Mandarin because it's designed around how people actually live and learn. The first key point is flexibility. The app fits into small pockets of your day. You can complete a lesson during a commute or on a lunch break. The schedule works for you. Once you start, it uses stage learning. The material is broken into very small, manageable steps. You master one word or a simple sentence before moving on, so you are never overwhelmed by the whole language. The app also offers smart suggestions. If you do well in a lesson on food, it might suggest a related lesson on tableware. This helps you build connected and useful vocabulary. And importantly, it supports your motivation. The strict recovery feature lets you fix a missed day with a short review, so a small break doesn't ruin your progress. And the mistake review function automatically brings back the words and characters you got wrong, giving you focused practice on exactly what you need to improve. Together, these features make consistent daily Mandarin practice a realistic and structured habit. If you want to use Duolingo effectively, these 4 strategies will help you get the most from it. First, commit to a daily micro session. Attach a 5-minute lesson to a habit you already have, like your morning coffee. Consistency is far more important than duration. Second, follow the stage path. but pace yourself. Don't skip ahead or cram. Complete one small stage fully before moving to the next. This lets you properly internalize the grammar and vocabulary. Third, act on the app's smart suggestions. If it offers a related lessons after you do well, take it. This builds connections between topics, turning random practice into a strategic learning. Finally, use the motivational tools wisely. If you miss a day, use the strict recovery as a way to restart your commitment. And always do your mistake review exercises. They are your most personalized and valuable study sessions. Stick to these points and you'll build a strong, automatic, and effective learning routine.
Hello, my name is Khairul Nurnajiha binti Muhammad Taha with number matrix 23004151. So I am going to share my experience of using technology to learn foreign language. So the technology that we choose is Duolingo apps, and the language that we choose is Mandarin. So this is how I use Duolingo to learn Mandarin. Usually, I spending about 10 to 15 minutes a day to learn Mandarin using Duolingo, and then I watch and listen and think to recordings and words that appear on screen. Then I try to repeat the words so I can practice to pronounce and to remember the words. I think, as for me, I think using Duolingo is as playing mini games. The app gives mini games like matching words or filling the blanks, so I enjoy it because it feels like I achieve an award as Duolingo giving the points when I answered it right. Also, when the mistakes happen, the app bring me back to practice sessions so I can review and learn the correct answer. So because of that, I can improvise myself so that I can improvise myself to learn better in Mandarin language. Alright, let's move to the affordances of Duolingo to learn Mandarin. So, as for me, Duolingo feels like a game because we earn points and rewards as we playing game, and we got the points and rewards when we finish a lesson and answer all the question right. Same goes to the game when we achieve the objective of the game. So we earn points and we earn the reward. So we will enjoy it. So I think I enjoy Duolingo because of it. Duolingo is easy to use because the app can use anywhere and anytime, even we were outside or traveling, as long as we have an internet connection. Other than that, some parts of the lessons provide guidance on pronunciation tone, which is very helpful for learning Mandarin tones. As we know, Mandarin language is very hard to remember, very hard to pronounce, very hard to learn because of the words itself. So I think with the guidance on pronunciation tone in the apps, the learner or the beginner as the beginner like me can try to remember, try to follow the apps, and I think if we keep using the app, we can try to pronounce the words correctly. Then the app was very helpful as it organized step by step, starting with easy words and moving to harder sentences. So it's very helpful and it is very suitable for the beginner that really want to try the Mandarin language. So I think Duolingo is a good for learning Mandarin language. So this is the recommendation on using Duolingo for language learning. First, try to learn a little bit every day instead of studying for a long time only once in a while. So the Duolingo has provide one concept which is strict activation that help user and learner to learn every day, which is the apps can remind us to come to the app and learn the language every day. Next, when we use the Duolingo, we can learn the words and say it every day repeatedly because it is very fast way to remember. Duolingo is a good start, but using Duolingo alone cannot help much. So make sure to use other tools such as books, video, or maybe from a movie, so that from the other tools we can learn fast instead of learning from the Duolingo alone. Next, reviewing on lesson is important as we revise and remember what we have learned before. And last, it is important to be patient while learning and try to talk with others the new phrase we learn so that we will enjoy the lesson journey. So please learn language from Duolingo and you can get that benefit. That's all. Thank you.
That's all from us. Thank you for watching.